Hey everybody, so have you ever had one of those runs where everything just kind of flows? You move from enemy to enemy, never really stopping, never really being seen, and before the fight even fully starts, it's already under control? Well, that's exactly what the Shinobi's Shadow enables. In this video, we're going to break down how it works, why it's so powerful, and how you can actually use it effectively in real gameplay. So, at its core, Shinobi's Shadow is a legendary item built for the Shinobi class. Its effect is pretty straightforward. When you land a successful assassination, your Vanish ability is refreshed. And that's the entire mechanic. But the impact of that effect is much bigger than it sounds. Because instead of Vanish being a limited time use tool, it becomes something that you can potentially chain over and over again. What makes this item stand out is how it changes your role in the fight. Normally, Vanish is used to engage safely, to escape, or to secure a key elimination. But with Shinobi's Shadow, it becomes part of a continuous loop. You're no longer thinking in single actions, you're thinking more in sequences. Because one assassination leads to another, each kill extends your presence in stealth, and then you can reposition between every engagement. Now, what this does is that it creates a play style where you're constantly active, but you're rarely exposed. In actual gameplay, it feels very fluid when you execute it correctly. Because you activate your Vanish, you approach from an angle, you kill a target, you immediately regain access to it. From there, you have a decision. You can re engage quickly, you can reposition, you can wait for a better opportunity. So it's not something that you need to rush. You just kind of treat each assassination as part of a chain. It's not really an isolated action. And then when you're able to do this well, you can remove multiple enemies before the fight fully develops. That said, this item does have one clear requirement, and that is that you need to successfully get the assassination. Because if you fail to get the kill, the chain stops, your vanish is gone, and you're suddenly exposed. So while the item is powerful, it is also very dependent on target selection, on positioning, on good timing, because it rewards precision more than aggression. So whenever I use this charm personally, I always stack a ton of assassination damage so that I am able to assassinate most targets. To get consistent value from Shinobi's Shadow, there are a few key principles. First, you want to prioritize weaker targets first because you want reliable assassinations so you can keep your chain going. So, if you start with stronger enemies, that increases the risk of failing to get the assassination. Second, you should probably think in routes, not so much in moments, because before you engage, you can identify the next two or three targets. That then helps you maintain a flow instead of hesitating between kills. Three, try to stay mobile. After each assassination, reposition slightly. Even a small adjustment can set up your next kill. And four, you should control your pacing when using this item. You don't need to rush every kill. A controlled chain is always better than a broken one. One of the underrated aspects of this legendary is how much pressure it removes from your team. Because if you are able to eliminate enemies early, you reduce incoming damage, you thin out waves before they stack up, you create space for your teammates. So even if you don't immediately notice it, you're kind of shaping the fight from the background. It's a very subtle but impactful role. As far as actually getting Shinobi Shadow, there is really no confirmed direct unlock method. It follows the standard legendary drop system, which means it's completely based on RNG. It is typically tied to higher level play, so if you are able to clear stuff on Nightmare consistently, you should farm on Nightmare. Usually, I mean, I hear a lot of people say that if you want to get it, you should play Shinobi because it's special to Shinobi, but I've gotten it on all of the classes. I've gotten a bunch of them playing most classes, so honestly, I think it's just completely random. Basically, it comes down to consistency and time. You just keep playing, and eventually you'll get it. Overall, Shinobi Shadow is one of the most defining items for the Shinobi class, and not because it adds complexity, but because it enhances a core mechanic and it lets you push it further than usual. So, if you enjoy a stealth focused, methodical playstyle, this item fits perfectly. And once you get comfortable with it, you'll start to see just how much control you can have over a fight without ever being in the center of it. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content and you want to support the channel, there are a few ways that you can help out. First, drop a like on the video and share it with your friends, family, or anyone you think would enjoy it. It really helps the channel grow. Second, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you never miss a future video. And third, if you would like to support me directly, you can do so at allbashgaming.com. In there, you can buy me a coffee, and now you can also rep the channel with your own merch. You can grab your Loot Goblin t shirt or the classic It's Not a Glitch, It's a Tech t shirt over on my shop. All the links you need are in the description. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. See you in the next one.